This, say the Ukrainian military, was a Russian Su-35 fighter jet in flames in the Kursk region of Russia. Ukraine's Air Force has been rather quiet about how it got there, but one theory being voiced inside Ukraine is that it was shot down by another aircraft, and specifically one of Ukraine's precious F-16s. This is all conjecture, of course, but how would the two aircraft stack up? Who'd win a dogfight between a Fighting Falcon and a Flanker? Well, on paper, in close combat, the Russian jet poses a serious threat. The Flanker is a 4+ generation fighter and powered by two thrust-vectoring Saturn engines, where the engine nozzles move to steer the aircraft. Despite weighing 19 tons empty, that gives it huge maneuverability. The Su-35 pilot could see the F-16 on his powerful Irbis-E radar from around 250 miles away. If he did decide to engage, he has a number of options. He could fire up to half a dozen R-73 short-range missiles, which work via a sighting system on the pilot's helmet and can hit targets 18 miles away. Or if the F-16 was further out, the Flanker carries up to 4 R-77 missiles, which have a 75-mile kill zone. Latest versions of the jet can also carry up to 8 R-27 beyond visual range missiles for air-to-air combat, plus the new R-37M, which has a top speed of Mach 6 and can hit targets 250 miles away. With a top speed of Mach 2.25, the Su-35 could also, just about, outrun the F-16 if it needed to. So all that sounds pretty fatal for the Fighting Falcon, but the American-made jet has a few tricks of its own. While the Russian Air Force has always favoured manoeuvrability, the F-16 is all about technology and a rather different approach to air combat. For starters, the F-16 is about half the weight and much less visible than the Flanker. The Fighting Falcon's phased array radar can see targets up to 100 miles away, in the air and on the ground, and then track and engage dozens of them at the same time. Exactly how many is classified. However, crucially, most of the 20 or so F-16s that have reached Ukraine are fitted with much older and less effective radar systems. The F-16 does have an impressive suite of weaponry though, but again, these are quite old compared to some of the Russian missiles. The F-16 can be loaded up with short-range AIM-9 Sidewinders, the most widely used air-to-air missile in the West, and the much longer-distance AIM-120 Advanced Medium-Range Air-to-Air Missile, or AMRAAM. These are fire-and-forget missiles and are connected to something called Link 16, essentially NATO's Wi-Fi network. And as of June this year, the Ukrainian fighter jets now have this tactical data system, after the F-16 donor countries, the Netherlands, Denmark, Norway and Belgium, supported Kyiv's request to coordinate with NATO's air defense and surveillance networks. This has massive advantages. It means Ukrainian F-16s can communicate with NATO assets, an AWACS early warning aircraft, for instance, or a reconnaissance drone, and take targeting information from them. Importantly, it also means it doesn't need to use its own radar, which reduces the likelihood of being detected. The Link 16 system, which is jam-resistant, also means the F-16's missiles can be rerouted mid-flight to engage a different target or evade some sort of threat. So what about a head-to-head between the Russian and American jet? Well, according to the most recent data, the Russians have lost 7 Su-35s over Ukraine. Some of them will have been down by surface-to-air missiles, while on SEAD or suppression of enemy air defense missions, hunting out Ukrainian air defense batteries. It's not clear whether any others have been shot down by Ukrainian jets. In a straight air-to-air duel, the Russian fighter might have the advantage because of its super maneuverability, but at long range the US jet is more effective, particularly when it's coordinating with other platforms like the AWACS. The F-16's digital systems mean it can avoid that close contact and open fire from a distance, a fate that could well have befallen this smouldering Russian jet. Simon Newton, BFBS Forces News. Thanks for watching. For more from BFBS Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.